Welcome to the LPA Podcast. I'm Mia Pearlman, Vice President of the LPA, and today I'm joined by the big boss, our President Álvaro Botella, also MD of Terra Realty. We also have the pleasure of our committee member, Sean Woolley from Cloud9. We'll be talking about what's happening right now in the association for members, the plans for the future, and why this matters for every agent on the Costa del Sol. So let's dive in. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So today, now we have our Marmite, as I would say.
We're being a bit
We've got
self-indulgent.
we've got our president, which
Yeah.
we're loving.
Finally.
Finally, we get him on video, and we have Sean, our controversial member.
I think
Am I controversial?
We love you for the podcast. He's just come in with
It's
the
your
other
first time.
angles. Yeah, he's a little bit nervous.
yeah.
Bear with
yes,
him.
yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So what we want to know today is really what's going on in LPA, what we've got to look forward to. I think most people watching this are interested in rules, regulations, if we can start monitoring things in the market, and we can just become an ombudsman, really, a pillar of the real estate community to be able to regulate it in some way. So, Álvaro, what are we doing right now in the LPA that we've got to look
So,
forward to?
well, I think we have to start a little bit of. I think we were speaking in the last season about what we are, what we're doing, and at least what we did before and what is our next steps. No, so we create this association to of course regulate the sector, to do more agents or agency more professionally qualification, more qualified agents, and etc. But the thing is how we prove or how this we show to the public, no, to the clients and everything. So, well, we now we start speaking about a lot of stuff, no, like the training program, the technologies, what we are doing to help us to do everything of that. But I think we can speak about where we are and where we are now, no, where we were before, sorry, and where we are now. Like in the last year that I have been chosen president, I have to say first that Jose Carlos did a fantastic job before. He like when I think they started like 9, 10 or 12 members at the beginning when they like they started the association, and like 1 year ago we were around 48 members. We can say today that we are 97.
Incredible.
So our first objective is that to grow a little bit for 100 members is very close. We will have to speak about the party after that, yeah. But the thing is, we were not looking only numbers, no. We were not looking. Okay, we have to focus 100. No, it's not. To everyone can join and so on. No, we receive like 5, 6 applications per week, and not everyone. Well, because of our requirements, not everyone can join inside the association, and I think, and we focus too in the biggest one, no. We can say that in the last year we saw like Savills, Coldwell Bankers, Sotheby's, Colliers, like a big company, no? International and big companies join inside the association. So that gives us like extra power to do this change that we are working on, no?
Because you're quite heavily linked with the mayor, Ángeles Muñoz,
Yeah.
and you work closely with her. And I know that she's very pro LPA. She's
And well, she was in our last breakfast.
yeah.
And was with her like for an hour speaking about everything, how is the city and so on. And yeah, of course, the town hall and the Junta Andalucía too.
Yeah.
We spoke with some members of the Junta Andalucía to help us. Not only LPA, but other association too, because we are inside of 5 of the federation, and to work all together to how we can regulate. Was certain, no? Because we heard a lot of time where is the register? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it never happened, no. So I don't know if we will start now to speak about that, but
We should touch on it because I think some people are a little bit confused about, are we regulated, are we not regulated? Well, we know we're not regulated, but we're under the FI Association now, aren't we? And FI does have regulation in Valencia, the Balearics, and Alicante.
Well, what happened in others, it's the problem is we cannot go so fast with that because we saw that like Baleares and Valencia did mistakes, and now they solved these mistakes, but they don't find that there is the right solution. Yeah. So, and the first thing is about the training, because they in the register in other communities, comunidades autónomas, they are requesting 200 hours of training program, but when you check like the professional program of La Junta de Andalucía, it say that you need 500 hours, for example. So
This is to
500.
become a real estate agent or a licensed.
a license. If you try, because we are now speaking about how we can create this school, no, this training program about a real estate agent. But of course, we want to be allowed to join in the register, but we want to go like a professional certificate. It's not only no. With this one, you are allowed to register, but you are not professional. So,
Right.
So no. So that this is the problem we found. Now we are in conversation with La Junta de Andalucía and with the town hall, of course, to see how we can solve this or change the professional into a 200 hours too. That I think that it is because I don't know.
200 hours is way more manual than
Yeah.
500.
Because for 500.
I mean, if we want to
don't
get
if-
rid of some agents, we could do 500 hours.
I don't know if we've got 500 hours left in me. You know what I mean? I think it's important to know, isn't it, that what we're trying to do at the LPA is to be at the forefront of this change, because there's no doubt that we're going to become regulated maybe next year, maybe the year after, who knows. But I think it's important that the LPA members will have access to the way to do it.
And the information. No? And one of the things is that what we want to do is, because in this 200-hour program, we were thinking about 100 of theoric class studies.
Work experience,
And then another 100 work experience, practice. And we can offer our company into to do this practice, no?
Yeah.
So that's why we can help to the town hall, to the Junta de Andalucía.
I mean, even as we spoke in our meetings, we were working out the logistics of this, weren't we? Trying to get, where would we house this training course of the 100 hours? Would we do it in the town, the big congresso? Would we do it in people's offices? It would be such a big task for us to do. Plus the 100 hours of work experience, obviously that would be down to the individual to do it, but it is a mammoth task. We would be starting only with LPA members, of course, but our membership is growing and growing and growing. And if you think that's 100 members, all of those members have teams, so we could be looking at 1,000, 2,000 people in that case. Could have more. So it is a very complex situation to navigate, but it's LPA that are at the forefront of it, and it's LPA that are going to be handling it.
And I think as long as it's done in conjunction with the people that matter, like the Junta de Andalucía, the people who are making the rules, we need to work really closely with, because we need to be at the forefront of these changes, these improvements to the market. Because I think that's one of the big things, isn't it? With so many, I mean, how many agents do we have now on the Costa del Sol? Maybe 2,500, 3,000. That's just the companies, I think. So goodness knows how many individual agents. So I think regulation and standardization is really important. So I think that's probably the key driver at the moment for the LPA, is to be at the forefront of those things.
I mean, until that point, we've got the LPA, which at the moment we've got a lot of strength behind us. We're trying to work out the market share, aren't we, of the LPA agents against the rest of the market. So that's a new task that we've got on our hands. But once we do that, because we're estimating at the moment, but once we do that, our plan is to go forth to the developers.
Well, this is another point, but I want to say something. If before we go to the next point, that about this what Sean was saying is like the people have to understand, because everyone can work as an agent. It doesn't matter, but it is important that they are qualified of that. I saw a lot of agents that didn't know, just not only because for the client, so by themselves to protect them, because they don't know how the taxes work, they don't know how everything works now. So it's very important to them to don't focus as like no they want all the market or something. No, everyone can join to work with us. Every agent can be working, but please, it's very important to be qualified, understand how everything works, just for yourself and for the client, of course.
It's interesting because we've just put together a new buying guide. I'm sure we all update them over time when new things are introduced. And one of the things we've said is, look, how to choose an agent. You know, if it's us, then great. But if it's not us, for goodness sake, make sure it's an LPA.
Yeah,
member.
that's why. Yeah,
Because it gives you pretty much the only small
Security.
guarantee of standards, of ethics. And I still can't understand, you know, why you would go with a company that is not an LPA member when there's a choice of maybe 100 or 97 of us. And that's a disproportionate share of the market, isn't it? Because I think although we're 97 out of maybe 2,500, we possibly account for maybe a 50-60% market share.
Yeah, more.
Who knows? But we've got some very big players in that group. And I do get frustrated sometimes when you hear these horror stories of buyers and sellers who've gone with not necessarily small agents, because there's lots of fantastic small agents, but agents who have no
Business.
Yeah.
And you hear these horror stories and you're like, well, there's a ready-made solution here.
Yeah. I think the problem is that for our LPA members that are watching this, it's down to us as an individual member to market LPA.
It is.
We have the biggest audience. You know, we all have databases. We all have our preferred clients. And already, okay, they've already come to you, so they're already a client in that sense. But it really is down to our members to get the word out there because, like I said, there's not many tick boxes you can use in Spain if you're going to pick an agency because there's a very few of them, which is a good thing in a way. You know, you can use your reviews, your Google reviews, your FIFO reviews, or reviews from your home country, where most of your clients are coming from. But then you need an ombudsman type of industry that can hold that weight and hold that responsibility. And LPA take that and do it for us. Yeah. So I do think our members that are watching, you know, actually first time for me yesterday when we were in a meeting, I saw this beautiful sticker thing that goes on the door. And I was like, I didn't know we did that, you know, but that's really interesting. We should have that. We should promote it on our shop windows and things like that. All LPA members have an office. So even when people are walking in and out, you have that accreditation there, even our little plaques and things like that. So I think, you know, anybody that's watching that would like the memorabilia of, or the merch, as we call it in the industry, the merch of LPA, contact us because we would happily supply you with it. So we can start marketing LPA within ourselves because, like I said, there's lots of us now.
Yeah, because I still think Joe Public, they probably look at that logo and think, so I think there's the next process for us as the LPA is obviously we need to educate potential member agents and the member agents within the body, but we also then need to reach out to people who are buying, selling, or looking at properties and say, look, this is who we are. This is the badge of honor, if you like. Why wouldn't you use one of us? And it doesn't matter who it is really at that stage. Yeah. But I think that is so important to get that out to. Yeah.
No, we will. Well, I will explain about the agent that will control all these things.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's why we create this podcast to open.
And when we do these podcasts, we always attack an elephant in the room, or the thing that everybody's thinking, oh, should I ask? Should I not ask? But I'm a big believer in confronting the elephant in the room, and I do think some of the outsiders that aren't part of LPA sort of say, well, what is LPA? What's it going to do for me?
Well, I was a bit like that, wasn't I?
And I ask, and what you will do for LPA?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very easy to request what you will give me and what you. So this is the thing.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because the ones that are, well, I don't need to be a member anyway. That's absolutely fine, but you probably don't.
Until you do.
Until you do, and regulation comes in, but. You know, are you really familiar with the sales process? And when I mean the sales process, I mean the KYC, the anti-money laundering, all of the sections that go with the sale. You know, can you take the passport from the buyer if the buyer's coming from the other agency? Do these agents know this?
Well, the great one for me was the other day. I think we had because we all have a shared WhatsApp group, and somebody pointed out that there was a development in Estepona that didn't look quite right. I think we had our lawyers check it out. And
Yeah.
it wasn't right at all.
Yeah.
And that saved the LPA members a lot of hassle.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are non-LPA members who've gone there and had deposits taken in the meantime. And but I was a bit skeptical when I joined the LPA,
Right.
as you
Yes,
know and
I
probably
do.
recall, because I just felt it was this. I don't know. It just didn't feel a very approachable body. You know, you felt that it was there, and there was a few posh Golden Mile, Marbella, Spanish real estate companies. What part do I have to play in that? I'm not on the Golden Mile. I'm not that posh, and I'm not Spanish. So I felt that I didn't belong. But I was kind of knocking on the door, but nobody would let me in, and so it didn't feel like a welcoming place. I think that's all changed now. I think Jose Carlos and yourself have taken that forward with all the initiatives you've done. So it is a more welcoming place.
Approachable.
It definitely is, and I can see the value now, because I think the problem is if you don't feel you can join, then you kind of rail against it, don't you?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, if you feel that you're outside that group,
club,
then you're going to be like, that club's a waste of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we've helped to change that, but there's probably still a little bit of that in play with some of the markets. Some smaller agents say to me, "Oh, you know, what are you doing? Just promoting LPA members? You know, what about the one-man bands like me?" And I said, "You could join if you,
Yeah.
you know, come on, be part of that group. It's not expensive.
No, it's 600 per year. So
600
It's not a monetary thing, but
No, it's not.
especially now with the level of infrastructure we've got, because I don't know if I think most of the LPA members know, but we have an MLS coming, don't we?
yeah.
So even that, which is free for just the
Just for
LPA
the-
We also have
members.
the shared property database
Yes.
just for MLS.
Yeah, and
that's
it's-
LPA members.
And it's
yeah.
really special. And the reason it's so special is because it doesn't allow duplicates.
Hey,
Yes.
I think you're going to say because there's no properties on there.
No,
Oh, well,
That'll be
it's
special.
ours.
and we are now working in a lot of tools, and we are now to speak that help us to do our work better, and to check or to control that we are doing everything in the right way. You know, so.
I think what's also really, really good is seeing the vetting process in action. And I said to you, didn't I, that when we were getting to the 80, 90 member stage, you know, sooner rather than later, it's going to come a point where you're rejecting more members or potential members than you're accepting. But don't be worried about that, because that's a good thing. It shows that we've got the core, and of course we'll always let quality in, but there are going to be probably more people that we say, do you know what, you're not right for us.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to emphasize what makes them not right, and that would be poor reputation.
Yeah.
It would be the basics, like not having an office, all those things, not having a certain amount of time in business here. But fundamentally, if you don't smell right, you know, and we've heard that you don't smell right, then you need to convince us.
And it's not one person making that decision.
No, exactly.
It really is the team of LPA. I mean, as in the members of LPA. Álvaro always sends out the message. We've had an application. Does anybody have any objections?
Yeah.
And that's
And Álvaro is very fair, because look, I'm sure we all fall out from time to time with deals and things like that. It's that sort of industry, but you know, you're very fair, and you will, if there's a member who might object to somebody else coming in, you will go and see that.
Yeah, because
member.
everyone makes mistakes.
Yes.
So we know, but if you did mistake in the past and you want to change that and you want to go in the right way,
yes.
we open to
The
speak,
door is
try to
open.
solve the situation. If you have to say sorry, just say sorry, and start again. And you can join. And of course, we will control and manage that you are doing now the things in the right way. So everyone, it's true that we open the doors to almost everyone that have the requirements. But and if in the past if you want to so if you want to change, we can help. We can help to change that.
We have a few agents, don't we, that have been on the naughty step.
Yeah.
And it's been one of those meetings where it's gone silent when the name has come out, and then Álvaro's gone, no, we need to give them a chance, and we need to. This is how it goes. Come in, and they've joined us. They're part of us now, and that's the right way to do it.
Well, that's it, because they hopefully will learn good things and raise their standards from being inside the organisation rather than out. But what you know, I think it's good that as the LPA becomes more known, particularly to the public, these agents, and we're all part of this organization, we won't want to lose our membership. We won't want to be kicked out. So it's almost like a little bit of a stick.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much at the moment, because people might say, "Oh, I don't care anyway." But as we become more known and respected in the marketplace,
I have to say that people now think that LPA is more important than they thought before. So I saw people do a big change, just to join inside or to at least.
Yes.
When they join, they change. So I think like every year, every month,
amazing.
every time we are better and better.
yeah,
And people say, okay, now I have like someone checking that everyone is doing everything in the proper way. So I think we are very happy with that. So and then the other focus will be the promoters, not only the agencies.
This is our bugbear in LPA. So anybody that's watching, when we have our committee meetings, we have lots of things on the agenda, and eventually it comes back to one point, which is the developers, the new projects. And the problem for us that we find, all of us, is that they're taking our client data and then they're using that client data to promote their other projects or products. But recently we found out that quite a large developer, we're registering our client, we're doing a viewing with them, and then they're calling the client afterwards and they're saying to the client, if you bring me any more clients, we'll give you 4,000 euros. So they want referrals from our clients. So this is a really sticky issue for us.
And we have to explain a little bit about this, because I don't want to, at least for the client that will see this podcast, why it's very important that you choose an agency than going directly to the promoter. We fight for them. So if you are not, there is a lot of things that if you are not taking care of, you will be late when you want to change, no? You want to do changes. You need someone to review the contract. It's not, of course, you have the lawyer and everything, but who will fight all these things that you want for your future house, that it will come in 2-3 years, will be us.
Yeah.
So we will be with you all the way. Yeah. So that's important. And don't join in this game, because of course for them they win more, but the thing is you will be here managing your future house, because probably you are in your country, you are outside of here. So use the agency to do that. We'll take care of it. I'm not sure I want to change about how you will, I don't know, how the designer or the everything, no? And
we've had a few problems with snagging on some of these big large scale developers from some of the big boys, big Spanish developers.
Right.
And while the market's been very strong, of course, it's all about units. Just sell the units, and the snagging sometimes gets put into the contract as an after completion service. Really dangerous, because all your money's being given to the developer at that point. Are they really going to be incentivized to go and fix your skirting boards? So I think it's like Álvaro said, once we fully understand how much of the market we represent in terms of volume and power, then we can quite rightly go to developers and say, oi, we represent 60% of the market, and we've got a list of clients here who aren't happy with what you're doing on their developments. That's hugely powerful. They're going to listen to that. Because what they don't want to do is to lose 60% of their sales.
Well, Sean, if you were in last night's committee meeting,
Yes,
you're on the naughty step
I
today.
am.
We've now gone a step further than that, actually, where when you go on to Airbnb or you go into Uber and you're rated, so you need to behave. Well, we're going to launch something along those lines.
Yeah, well, something will be private for the members, but we will create like a ranking. We'll have a Champions League.
I love it. I love it already. Did he get a prize?
Yeah, so we will study first all the collaboration contracts to see, and then we will rate them that what is more. They protect more the client,
user friendly.
So we will share all this with the developers too. So if you want to have more like 5 stars, so you have to do these changes. No, it will the developer will decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
But at least if, for example, if I don't have too much experience with developers, I'm a small agency, I don't have too much, and my client wants they are looking something for a new development. But I'm not sure how to work with. No worries, you have all the information there.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting because when you're in a market where the seller is in control, I mean, I've bought in London before, in central London, and the contracts are horrendous. They just don't give you any real protections or rights. You know, they can build 5% less volume than they've said.
That's right,
It's like,
yes.
what? Can I pay you 5% less? No. So I think developers have always been, you know, in a busy market, developers are always in control. They can pretty much write their own contracts. But when the market starts to shift to a more balanced, nuanced market, which is very competitive, this is when it's going to be important. You know, when developers need us as much as we need them, or maybe they need us more than we need them, then it becomes really crucial. I think we're seeing that now, and I think it's going to be really important. You know, developers will certainly want to get on board with that and be
Well, they can be ranked,
highly,
you know, and also what I find is, I mean, even yesterday, one of our committee members mentioned a development, and I was thinking, I've never heard of it. Like, I just don't know. I've never heard of it. And with the new MLS, we've got every single new development listed, you know, and with the live collaboration agreement, with the live prices, it's not they uploaded it 2 weeks ago and that unit is sold. This is absolutely to the minute live, which is unheard of in this real estate industry, isn't it? So that's great because you're going to be introduced to all these names you've never heard of and all these developments you've never heard of. But then you think, oh, actually their collaboration agreement is not very strong. It's not very favourable to our clients or to our agency. They're just protecting themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
And in the past, there was nothing you could do about that.
Nothing.
You just have to say, but he sounded really weak.
Yeah.
And the lawyer sounded really weak. Oh, well, there's not a lot we can do.
No, we can't
and the
change
lawyer
it.
would maybe ask, but then, you know, if it's a big developer, they're going to come back and say, well, no, we're not changing it. Now, we have a little bit more
More power,
more power.
yeah. So, and that's why, and the thing is, the client have to know that we will keep protect them, because if I don't know, we can include do some negotiation before you sign anything, because you want to do some changes. So we need to see which work developers or promoter are more helpful and help to the. You know, are more open to help for the client to do changes or to give more information, more details. So all these things will be in the list, no, in the ranking. So
And it then means that, you know, we can choose and the clients can choose with us which developers they want to work with. And it's a bit like, you know, flying Ryanair or EasyJet on the same day. Well, we have a choice. And it'll be nice to think that clients also have a choice. You know, if the contract for that development is much better than the contract for that neighbouring development, well,
and you just want that easy to view kind of star system. You know, this one's got 2 stars, this one's got 5 stars. You know, and if it's got 2 stars, it doesn't mean I'm not going to show that property or that development. I just want to know why it's got 2 stars. Where are the glitches here? Where are the problems? Okay, that works for me. Sometimes the client registration is 3 months, you know, on these developments that take 3 years to build.
it's crazy.
So that's a little bit unfair on the agent.
But the thing is, if that development has 1 star or 2 stars, okay, yeah, it doesn't rule it out, but it means you've probably got favourites elsewhere.
Maybe, but
That's good because it means the developer is then under pressure to up their game.
Yeah.
Whether it's the registration process or the AML process, you know, whatever it is that we're not happy with and our clients aren't happy with it, it incentivizes them to get on with it and improve.
Yeah. I mean, it is really about being transparent in the market, and that's what LPA can help with, because the transparency is limited, very limited. It's fine with us, you know, and actually, if anyone that's not a member of LPA becomes a member of LPA, you'll see that we talk quite freely with each other, don't we? And you know,
You do.
Well, I do. but because sharing is caring for a start, and also it's really helpful to know it's not about somebody going, I've done X amount of sales this month. It's not that information. It's helpful. The market's going up, the market's going down, but it's just that general day-to-day chit chat that happens when you're in the industry. And you know, there's not enough networking events here on this coast.
It's nice to know that if I've got a problem, the likelihood is somebody else in the LPA has got
the
that
same
as well.
problem.
Yeah, and we can, by being 2 or 3 of us,
Yes.
we can hopefully sort it out, or at least talk about it.
Yeah. And even now, Álvaro, you're thinking of forming smaller committees, aren't you, within
Yeah.
the group?
We are creating now a small one of them, for example, the technology. The other one will be this control, or not control, I mean, of the developers, no, to
Yes.
to see how all this ranking will work and everything. They will start doing some calls, some conversation with these developers to see if they want to help us or improve their reputation. So it's like the agency, no? We want to reset. Okay, let's go start to work together. Okay, in the past, you can do everything that you want, but now let's start doing in the right way, no?
Yeah.
And all these things, well, it's not only about the ranking of developers. We will have to like a private, we will say, forum that we can put and the experience with other agencies too. So, for example, that in the good way or in the bad way. So, at least, for example, imagine that tomorrow I have a deal with agency that I never heard about it, and I'm not sure if I can trust them or not. We have a space that, for example, these people is fantastic. They were so professional. So we need to help each other to know how, because maybe someone from, I don't know, for other country want to start work here, and maybe he's so professional, but you have to how was the market before, how they work before, no, all this we call it jungle,
like reviews
so,
in a way.
So it's like a reviews, and people can check.
That's really important. I mean, we had a situation with an agent the other day, and we were trying to negotiate for our client to buy a €4.5 million property, and the selling agent just vanished for like 2 weeks, and there was every number, the office number, the mobile number, just went, rang out. She was on holiday in the Far East, and it's like, and she was the only person with that listing.
Wow.
It was like, does your vendor know that that
You
their
don't pick
agent
the phone
is
up.
incommunicado? And we were like really frustrated by that. So that's something that I would bring up as a flag and say, look, this agent.
And Álvaro, that's my question actually. So if we're doing a reviews of the agents, good and bad, would we also review agencies that are outside of LPA?
Yeah.
Great.
God,
That's
committee meeting.
the idea, no? That is, it is.
Yes, I'll just do that all day.
Like, he'd be head of that committee.
And all this, I have to do one extra thing, because all of this will be train our AE agents. So all this information about developers, about agency agents. So
We're
those
using
things,
AI.
Doing it, it's all
yeah. This is the other thing that we have to speak.
Where it's
speak,
like,
how?
so he's talking Chinese now.
No, not for me. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Okay.
I'm so into it. It's in fact
Yeah.
my new husband, ChatGPT.
Well, I only discovered ChatGPT like about 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, oh,
Oh, it's incredible.
hello. Yeah.
You can do that.
Although mine keeps speaking to me in Welsh.
Oh.
It's the,
I'm like, I just keep telling you I'm not Welsh. Update, I'm not Welsh.
yeah. So because
AI is doing-
so that this is the other thing that we can say, that we are working now with a very professional company. It's called Nexoria. They are doing they are creating our own AI agent that will help us in, we will see in 2 phases, no? The public one, so how they will help to, we will put in the website to all the clients have worry to speak, he want to know, have some question of the process of to buy, or maybe he want to ask about the areas of the because maybe the first time in Marbella, what you can recommend. They will have all the information. No, we will train with all the information, with all our experience in the LPA, to help the clients to everything, and they can use too, if they have a bad experience, or he want to advise us for something. They can use to. I have so bad experience with this. Can be inside of LPA, so it can be an agency that is inside of LPA or outside of LPA, or with the developer too. So they can use for like
A help desk, anything, really.
yeah. So
So that's one side of it, and then the other side.
and the other one is inside, no? So, and inside it will we have like different phases, and well, at least we will say that for first of all, of course, for training. So, for example, you have people that start in your company that more or less knows about it, but can have some doubts and so. So, if you have any question about the buying process, the times, the how this works, and about the property, what is any doubt that he thinks that have, or any of the clients ask him anything, so he can ask in WhatsApp
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah.
How and so it will help for all this, no? And of course, we'll be connected all of this ranking and forums. So, for example, I can ask, I have a client that wants to buy in this promotion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Good
Oh,
and
this,
bad.
yeah, good, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they are very good.
Yeah. And
Persuasive.
what's the latest price list?
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
beds.
everything, because we
That-
will connect all
Yeah.
these two with the MLS and with the new development list with all the
Ranking.
prices and everything. So you will have all information in one
in
second.
your hand
Yeah.
Immediately. This is why, Sean, you've got to get on board.
Future.
It's
the future,
incredible.
yeah.
You honestly, you can ask anything, and then it gets to know you as well, and then you start really going into another
Yeah,
league.
because I played around with it, and it is like having a naughty member of staff, isn't it? What? Hey, you haven't done it yet? Come on. That's great.
Yeah.
And we'll help out with any issue, no, with between members.
Yes.
Well, it's totally they will not take a part of the game. No, they totally
Independent.
Yeah, they know the ethics codes. They know our statements, everything. So he will decide that what is
Yeah.
the
And
best way to solve the situation.
For instance, I'm listing a property. I need an LPA listing document now. Send me. You know, because LPA have all the documents as well. I think some members not using them. You don't need to use them, but
I keep forgetting.
it's very handy to have them. You know, even the KYC, it's a good document.
And as soon as we have all the properties too in our closed MLS, they will control the portals. This agent will control the portals, and if someone duplicate your property,
Yeah.
they will advise you.
Great.
So you don't need to check all the time the portals because someone took
Your
because
pictures or something. This is the problem.
And this is why this is the other thing that we are now doing our own portal, and with a very big things. And I think will be, I don't know, it will be the first, but if not the first, the second, the portal that are have a very good regulation inside, no? So because as you know, when you join in any portal, you have when you join Idealista, and maybe you see the same property like 10 times
It's
with
fantastic.
different price,
Yeah.
with different square meters. And sometimes you find like fake properties that when you call, this is we just sold last week. What are you looking at? No,
Yeah,
don't worry,
yeah.
I can find you something like this, because they put fake properties in the portal. No? There is no any control in this portal.
It's so frustrating though, because we're the ones that have to mop up the mess, because clients come to us and say, well, hang on, I've seen that on Idealista. And you're like, it doesn't really exist. And then that makes
Yeah.
you look like
Yeah,
ridiculous, because what are you doing involved in the
Trying
market?
to explain it to a client is really tough.
So that's part of our buying guide. Don't trust portals. They're great as a research
Yes.
tool, but don't rely on them.
Yes.
But it'd be great to then point them.
Well, and
So-
also for us to use to do
Yeah.
a property search.
Yeah.
Because
Because how much time do we waste?
yeah, exactly. And then you're working out that picture and that picture. Oh, I think it's the same property.
It's when you turn up and it's like 5 different agents there.
Yeah. You know, you've
But
really
one
got
will have like a incredible professional photos, and the other one was
Yeah,
doing the
the
photo with the
iPhone,
mobile.
yeah,
Like, okay, it's, so and that's why, no, that it is our main focus is no fake properties,
yeah.
no duplications. So if it doesn't matter if there is like 4 agencies that list the property, will be the same property with the same price, same square meter, everything the same, have to be the same, and you will choose which agency you will have the list, and you will choose which one you want to work. And how we will control that, because this is other thing that probably a lot of agencies don't know, that because you have to more have an inspection, and you have to, for every property that you are selling online, you need your nota simple, that you check that the owner of the property. You need your selling contract. So this, no, I take all the photos from Idealista, and I will put with the watermark of Idealista, they use it and put it again in the Idealista again.
Yeah.
So you need the selling contract, the nota simple, and it is the CEE or the energy the certificate, no, the efficiency, no, of energy, and so you need to say that you have all these documents, and you have and the AI will check that you have these documents.
And you have authorization from the other agency to share those documents. Now, obviously, in the industry, nobody's going to do that. But with the new system of LPA, we automatically go into it with the fact that we are obliged to share that information.
Yeah.
We won't hand over the nota simpler and the energy certificate report, but should the other agency need it because they're marketing, we would then share it.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we, like we said at the beginning, how we can change, how we can show to the clients that we are going everything in the right way, no?
Yes.
So the thing is, first of all, the training to be professional. The second is the technology that we use every day and the client used to, no, like the portal in this case, no, and the MLS. So this is the two big things, and of course the law, no, the regulation from La Junta de Andalucía. But that's why we are focused in the first two, that we can do something, no, and.
That's amazing because you've achieved a heck of a lot in your first year as president. It sounds like there's going to be a huge amount of work to do in the next year, and it's all very, very
I
positive.
don't know how he finds the hours in the
Well,
day. I mean, look, he's just turned the page. He's
Because
got more to
ChatGPT
talk about.
He's
got more to talk
he's,
about.
he's
And we're
research.
at full time.
But I was just going to ask, what is the future in terms of like the strategic goal? Is it to get more members? Do you want 200, 300, 400, or is it still about the quality?
I have to say that now we are quite slow now to
Which I think is a good
So now I'm more focused in we are, I think, strong enough to start to do big things to change how is the situation. This I know it will be like a marathon. It will not a simple race. It takes time, but I think now we are focused in, first of all, the training program. It's very important that we have an official certificate for of course for the register, and to start speak with all the technologies, and because now we are signing contract with them that with we have edited code for the technologies too. So this is we need to start change all these big things to focus on let's regulate by ourselves, no?
Yes.
And everyone who wants to join, you can join, but you will be regulated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is something that's going to come along and just bite agents. Over the next 12 months, they're going to realize, there's a bit of work I need to do here, and I need to be part of something that's moving it forward.
I mean, for most of us, it's not work in such, is it? Because we just do it anyway. But for some of the agents that have been coasting along for quite a long time with just
Anybody can come
it's
here,
such a big change
set
for
up
them.
a business. They don't even have to set up a business, and they can operate as real estate agents, and it's quite frightening when you're placing your trust.
Yeah, we're not selling ice cream.
We're not selling ice cream. I think I don't know what the
items.
average transaction is, but probably between €500,000 and €1 million. Wow.
Yeah.
And then you've got somebody who's completely unqualified, who's just arrived, doesn't know I mean, we get phone calls from agents saying, we'd love to come see your listing tomorrow with a client. Where's the golden mile?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
So, I think just improving the standards
It's
and making sure that everyone's on the same page is
so and the other thing that we focus this year is we try to show to all the clients what we are on what we are doing. No,
so marketing.
We start with the podcast.
Project.
We are working in a couple of things. No, we are doing now some videos and so on.
Yeah.
So
I think that's really important to back up the agency stuff with the public stuff, so that everyone knows that the LPA is the place to be.
And inside, I was trying to start control that the people start using the logo everywhere.
Yeah.
So because the best publicity that we can have is if the agency inside of LPA say that I am a member.
It needs to be on
I'm proud
websites,
to be a member.
email signatures, it needs to be on everything, doesn't it?
It really does. And if anybody needs help with that, we can help them. We've got people. That
So I will give a lot of tools, value.
Yes.
You will have a lot of value inside. So you can say that, I'm a LPA member because all this. So that's the main point of the next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to see what
and,
happens.
and the party of
the party. This is
and
the
the party
thing
of
I can't
100
wait
members.
for.
But
Yeah.
but no idiots, thanks.
Well,
Do you know
no,
what I mean? It's kind of like, everyone I've met
a very high level.
an LPA member has been a
caliber.
good person, and you
Yes,
can talk to them and you
yes.
can have a reasonable business discussion with them. What we don't want are people that are idiots.
We're just not there for the right reason,
Yeah.
you know. I think everybody that's in our group really loves talking about what they do. It really is their passion. So, and you can just feel it with that team. It's incredible. So, and Álvaro, you have done an incredible
you
job.
have.
You are like the Superman of real estate.
I have a very good team too. I have to say that in the committee we have a lot of members that every time that someone joins the committee, it's seeing that we are doing things and they want to help
contribute.
Yeah, to help to do what I can do, So
Yeah.
that's great. Now I can see that the the wheel is moving.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And now with the subcommittees on special projects, this will elevate us hugely.
It sounds like I
So
need to go to a meeting.
I think I need to lay down.
Yeah.
So tiring. But honestly, thank you so much, Álvaro.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sean. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, to find out what's going on in the LPA. And until next time, thank you so much.